Hello, 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 Darnyelle. Jervey Harmon here. I'm a little late. Let me just say that up front. My intention was to go live at noon. I was just finishing up a massage, and for the life of me, I could not get Facebook Live to work in my car. So I had to wait until I got back home in the office in order to come with you with today's message. All right, let me decline that. Apparently, somebody is wanting to hear what it is that I have to say, and they're calling me. So hello, hello, hello. As you come in, say hi. Always say hi and always share this. Say hi so that I know you're here. And share this because you know people that I don't know, that I should know, that need to get access to these messages that I bring to you when I come live with Grow Your Business Wednesday. So today we're talking about being self-centered as a strategy to move your business forward. And I know you're probably like, what is she talking about, being self-centered? Because we as entrepreneurs, we solve problems for profit, and we come into our businesses in order to be of service to other people. So what I'm sharing with you today has nothing to do with that. Yes, you are an entrepreneur who solves problems for profit. You do exist to be in business, to be of service to other people. However, you will not be your best service. You will not provide the best service if you don't find a way to leverage the self-centered strategy in your business. So I'm going to be explaining more about that throughout our time together today. And I wanted to do this because, right now in Incredible Factor University, which is my suite of coaching and consulting programs for high achieving entrepreneurs of faith. So we have, many clients that we work with. Just last week, I was doing the business growth circle with a group of entrepreneurs. So I get to see and spend time with lots of entrepreneurs at various stages in the growth continuum in their business, right? So some of them are true solopreneurs. Some of them have a small team. Some of them are multiple 6 or 7 figure businesses. I kind of get to see it all. And what I see over and over and over and over again is that we are not taking the time we need to take for ourselves, right? So especially if the business that you have is a business where you are the primary service provider. So let's be under the auspices that you don't have a team or employees. There's no one else who can perform the service aside from you in your business. And if you are constantly going hard, if you're constantly hustling and grinding and focused on the things you need to do to move your business forward, but you're not focused on yourself as the lead vehicle and vessel for your business to move forward, you, my friend, are missing the mark. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today. I literally just came back from a massage, and there are lots of different forms of self-care that I want to talk to you about, and being self-centered and how they will allow you to show up as your best self. And when you're able to show up as your best self, it will allow you to be able to render the best service to your clients. It'll allow you to get more clients. It'll allow you to serve the clients that you have better. And it'll allow you to use that platform in order to bring new clients into the fold for your business. One of the things that my clients are always telling me is that because of what I'm constantly going out and learning, I'm constantly putting my viability and my vitality first. And because I'm able to do that, because I'm doing that for them, it allows me to be sharper so that when they show up for their retreats or for their coaching calls, the energy that I'm able to display, the way that I'm able to focus and hone in on what it is that they have going on in their businesses makes a big difference. And I know that if you are an entrepreneur, you're probably under the very sad mistake and myth that you have to hustle and grind hard all the time in order to be successful. I mean, everybody says it. That's what coaches and consultants are teaching. I watch Shark Tank, and I'm watching Shark Tank, and I hear that. I watch The Profit, and I watch The Profit, and I hear, you got to hustle, you got to hustle, you got to grind. Now, what I'm not trying to suggest is that there isn't work that needs to be done in your business. But what I'm going to always tell you to do is not hustle and grind, but instead create some systems. Learn what systems you need to put in place in your business so that it allows you to work at a pace that never prevents you from being self-centered and putting yourself first. Because it's tired, it's cliche, but it's also very true. Hubby and I are getting on a plane tomorrow to go to Cancun, and the flight attendant will say, secure your mask before helping those who are traveling with you. And so as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as service providers, we have to secure our mask first. Okay. So what I want to share with you is 5 of my favorite ways to secure my mask first. I want you to create your own list and find your own ways. And I want you, someone, if you could write this down for me, that would be great, whether you're listening live or to the replay. I want you to get in the habit of tithing self-care to yourself and your business. So if you have a business and you work 40 hours a week in your business, what's 10% of 40? 4 hours. So that means each week you need to be doing 4 hours of self-care if you work 40 hours in your business. If you work 30 hours in your business, that means each week you need to be doing 3 hours of self-care. If you work 60 or 80 hours, that's 6 to 8 hours each week in self-care that you need to tithe to yourself to be self-centered as a strategy to move your business forward. When you are optimal, when you are at your best, the results that you will get for your clients, the way you'll show up for your clients will be much different than when you are ran down, rode hard, and put up wet. Okay. It's not cute. And that is not the way that you want to be. So I'm going to encourage you to tithe 1/10 of whatever time you're working in your business to yourself and self-care. Okay. So thank you for commenting that for me, Angel. I appreciate that. So let's talk about some of my favorite ways to be self-centered in my business. Some my favorite ways to get my self-care in. So number one, I just told you, I literally just came back from a massage. Massage, absolutely unequivocally, is probably my number one. I love it because it's an hour of stillness. And every once in a while I do a 90-minute massage, but it's an hour of stillness. It allows me to just be without having to contrive a plan or a strategy or solve a problem for anyone else. It allows my body to come down. And you know, you can go online and Google all of the benefits of massage. I'll tell you some of the ones that I know. It removes toxins from your body. So you definitely want to make sure that massage is something that you consider. If you're a person who doesn't like to be touched, then you might instead want to consider Reiki. Reiki is another way to keep the energy flowing in your body and remove toxins. The beautiful thing about Reiki is that the Reiki master does not actually touch you. She hovers above your body and she looks at your energy fields and she clears them. She clears your chakras. We all have 7 chakras in our body. I don't know if you know this, but we're like literally, our bodies are like computers, right? God is so amazing, right? He is so infinitely amazing, and he constantly just awes me at how he's figured out how to create our bodies in such a way that we can use them to get everything that we want. So Reiki would be the second one, and Reiki is spelled R-E-I-K-I, would be a second method of self-care, of being self-centered in your business. The third way is therapy. Listen, I have a therapist, and you know, I've had a therapist since I was 19. I will spare you all the gory details of all of the things that have happened in my life that made me need a therapist. But we're talking about self-care. We're talking about being self-centered, right? Having a therapist, an objective third party that is not standing in judgment of you, to help you to sort through your thoughts and figure out what are the things you most need to do in order to be the best version of yourself. You can't beat that hands down. So I would say therapy is number 3. If you're just joining us live, or if you're going to watch the replay, I am talking about a strategy of being self-centered in your business, and how if you are your best self, you will be able to show up more powerfully for your clients and to do the work, do the strategies that will move your business forward. I'm talking about tithing to yourself in self-care. So if you work 40 hours a week in your business, that's 4 hours a week in self-care, 30 hours, 3 hours, 80 hours, 8 hours a week in self-care, right? I'm sharing with you my top 5. So far I've talked about massage, talked about Reiki, I talked about therapists. Number 4 is good old-fashioned exercise. Exercise. I know Natasha will love that. She's like, if you listen, you need to look up Natasha Mayo. Like, she is thebomb.com when it comes to fitness and helping people to just transform their bodies and their minds so that they can be the best version of themselves. So I highly recommend you look her up. Exercise, whether it's a walk, right? If even if it's just taking a walk, like I take my dog Latte for a walk every single morning, right? I'm also new to the practice of yoga. So I'm now also practicing yoga and getting my body, just conditioning my body to be the best version of myself. And I love yoga because I get to pair yoga with meditation and with positive energy and feeling. Because again, we're computers and we literally are energy fields. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, right? And so the best way to feed your spirit is to be self-centered, is to do things that are going to move you forward, that are going to help you to think, remove the cloud that can potentially hang over you. The amazing thing about whenever I'm doing any of the 4 that I just suggested to you, when I'm done, my energy is through the roof and I'm so much more focused on whatever it is I need to do next, which I think is really amazing. So the 4th is exercise. And the 5th, and I could share a lot, but my 5th favorite way to experience self-care is actually 2. It's to take a bath. So, we just moved into Hartman Manor and I have this amazing 6-foot bathtub so that my husband could fit in there. And it has the jets and it's like having my own private hot tub and jacuzzi. So once a week, I am taking a bath. I'm putting Epsom salts and lavender in the water so that I can continue to detox, so I can remove all of those things that are not good for me that may have seeped in to my being. I'm removing all of that. And I have a good old-fashioned book. So number 5 is a bath and a book, right? Those are my 5 favorite ways, 5 favorite ways to be self-centered in my business. But there are more. I could talk at length. So here's what I'd love for you to do. Those of you who are live with me, put in the comments your favorite way to take in self-care for your business. And if you're not doing it on a consistent basis, then I'm going to strongly encourage you to do so. Strongly encourage you to make sure that every single week you are taking time in self-care for your business, because it will make you it'll make you more alert. It'll make you more focused. It'll allow you to tend to the needs of your clients that much better. And remember, flight attendants say it every single flight, some of them, 3 and 4 times a day. Secure your mask before helping those who are traveling with you. Okay? Secure your mask before helping those who are traveling with you. When you have self-care is primary in your life and in your business, it will help you to stay in alignment. And being in alignment is everything. When you're in alignment with God, with the source and the creator of all that you are, nothing will be left or taken away from you or kept from you. You'll have access to everything that you want. This last week I said, Angel loves sipping hot tea and journaling while outside on the patio. Perfect. Music is another great one. Music is also one of the fastest ways to shift your energy. If you're having a bad day, if you wake up and you're kind of ho-hum and you don't really know why, listen to music. If you don't have a theme song, get a theme song and play that song. Make it a song that makes your blood pump, that raises your energy through the roof, that just forces you to put your hands up, right? Hands up is also all about surrender, right? So when we're in this pose, when our hands are up, we are surrendering. We're allowing God to use us however he would like to use us in that moment. So music is another great way. Like if I'm in the tub and I don't have a book, then I'm going to have some music on. I have a million playlists for every possible thing. I have my playlist for when I need to create content. I have my playlist when I just need to relax. I have my playlist when I need to be getting sexy. I got playlists for everything. So music is another great way. And here's another way to practice self-care and to be self-centered. Forgiveness is another great way to practice being self-centered in your business. Know that forgiveness is not for the person you need to forgive. It's for you, right? And forgiveness is not about calling them up and saying, hey, I forgive you. That's not what forgiveness is about, because 9 times out of 10, all that's going to do is produce more anger in you. If you call them and then they're like, well, I don't need to be forgiven for that, or I'm not apologizing, or whatever. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. But there's something magical that happens. Magical is probably not the right word, but there's something really powerful that happens when you render forgiveness, when you just kind of clear the decks and wipe away anything. It's interesting. I've been on this forgiveness train. I've been teaching it to my clients. It's now one of my key principles at Incredible Factor University. One of the things that I teach is running people through the forgiveness protocol, because forgiveness is usually the reason why you don't have what it is that you want, right? So I want you to imagine that you have a straw, right? And so when you first open a straw, if you put the straw in your mouth and you blow air and you put your hand out, you'll be able to feel the flow. You'll be able to feel the air easily and effortlessly, right? Well, I want you to imagine that people who have wronged you begin to create blocks in your straw. It's almost like when you're drinking strawberry lemonade with fresh strawberries and you're enjoying the lemonade, and all of a sudden a dang blast of strawberry gets in the middle of your straw and stops the flow of the lemonade. Well, that's what unforgiveness does. It stops the flow of God bringing to you everything that you want. So the way that you get the straw, the flow to move in your favor again is through forgiveness. So that's another great way to practice self-care. And remember, the goal, the mission, should you choose to accept it, is that you start to practice a tithe of self-care to yourself every single week in your business. I promise you it'll make a difference. You'll be sharper, and you'll start to notice that as you're in alignment, the things that you are wanting, the things that you have asked God for, they just start showing up, and you don't know where they're coming from. Because remember, the how is not your job. How it happens is not your job. Your job is just to ask, right? As the Bible says in Matthew 7:7, ask and it is given. Your job is to ask. God's job is to give it, right? And how he does it is completely up to him. But when you see yourself in alignment, when you feel good, when there is nothing clogging the way and keeping you from being your highest self at all times, you'll start to see those things show up. So I just wanted to encourage you. This was not going to be a quick, I got to get ready to, hey, Calvin, I've got to get ready to go pack for vacation, but I just wanted to pop in really, really quick and just talk about being self-centered in your business. Because when you're self-centered, you will actually be of greater service to other people. So if this message has blessed your spirit and given you something to think about, I want you to do me a favor and just share it. Share it to your page so that other people will be able to hear this quick message, 20 minutes in and out, to just share about the importance of self-centeredness and self-care to move your business forward. It will put you in an entirely different place. Hey, Shanae, thank you to everybody who's popped in. Remember, say hello when you get here so that I know you were here. If you watch this in the replay, #replay, just so that we know it was a replay that you saw it. But go out, and this week is not over yet. It's just Wednesday. There's time for you to tithe to yourself in self-care. Hey, Bridget, how are you? It's time for you to tithe to yourself in self-care. So what are you going to do this week for your self-care? I shared with you some of my favorites. There are a myriad of different ways. Hey, Shayla, a myriad of different ways then you can get your self-care in. How are you going to be self-centered this week to move your business forward? That's what I want to know. That's what I want you to put in the comments for me. Hey, Tanisha, how are you? I want you to put that in the comments. How are you going to be self-centered this week to move your business forward? How are you going to be self-centered? I want that to become part of your weekly plan. So every Monday in my business, I can probably show you this. My assistant creates these for me every single day. So I get to see what my schedule is every day of the week. But every single Monday in my business, I literally look at my Google Calendar and I map out, I see what's already on my calendar, and I figure out where the spots of self-care are going to be. I do this every single week because if I don't take care of me, no one else will take care of me. No one else will ever love on me and treat me as special as I am if I'm not doing it myself first, right? So I want this to become a core strategy for you. Every single Sunday or Monday, whenever you plan for your week, I want you to map out where your self-care is going to happen. And what you're going to start to see, I promise you, you're going to start to see greater results showing up. So I want to thank you guys for your time and for your attention. Like I said, in and out, 20 minutes. Just wanted to share this quick tip with you. Be better, be stronger, and more than anything, be incredible. Share this to your page and tell me how you are going to be self-centered in your business week this week. Love you guys very much. Talk to you again real soon. Take care.